Thanks for joining us for our Chamber Connection podcast. Thanks to our friends at Speakeasy, we are here for the next 52 weeks, bringing you guests from around our community, elected officials, business owners, folks doing great work here in Macomb County. So sit back, take a listen, and we hope you'll join us every week for our Chamber Connection. Hi, thanks for joining us for this edition of the Chamber Connection. My name is Stacy. I'm the president and CEO of the Sterling Heights Regional Chamber of Commerce. My guest today is Mark Ralko from Inclusively Fit here in Sterling Heights. I had the opportunity to meet Mark and his team last year when they joined the chamber and learn a lot about what Inclusively Fit does and talk about. I just think it's such a cool organization, but I want you to tell everybody what you do.
Yeah, Inclusively Fit. Well, once again, Stacy, thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you to the Sterling Heights Chamber of Commerce for allowing me to be on today. Inclusively Fit is a recreation center and fitness center for people with special needs of all ages. Children, teen, adolescents, and young adults can come to the gym. And what we do is specify and really work on one-on-one personal training skills. Everything's very individualized at our gym. We work on strength exercises, cardio, sports-related exercises. We can even work on social skills because that's really a big thing in the special needs community, giving them that social opportunity.
Absolutely. So you were a teacher.
I was.
And talk about how this came to be, because it's just, it's phenomenal.
I graduated from Eastern Michigan in 2010 with my degree in cognitive impairment and adaptive physical education. And when I was teaching, I just kind of realized, fitness and health were kind of put aside. They were being ignored and they're not being addressed or even taught. And so after school, I would help my, students become part of the school sports team. Any other after school activity I would help them be part of on a one-on-one basis, such as the, cross country team, track team, basketball, and soccer. And we saw just tremendous results right off the bat. We met all of our goals, and I was teaching them how to be part of a team, how to be, a good teammate, because that's more than just, playing the sport. You got to learn how to be a good teammate and learn the actual sport itself. And so parents were just so thrilled, and they were actually disappointed when the season came to an end.
Sure.
And so they hired me to become their personal trainer. And after that, it's just like a light just went on. Like I knew, wait a minute, there's got to be a way that we can just help the special needs community with their fitness levels. And so I became a personal trainer at a local YMCA back a few years ago, just to learn the business side of it,
Sure.
what programs worked, what programs didn't work. And so after that, I got many clients right away. And after that, I just knew, okay, I need to open up a gym for people.
You found a niche.
I found a niche and something that the special needs community really needs.
So I remember you had told me one time, when you think about folks that are in the special needs community, that there are services that are offered for them that, sometimes are very expensive, whether that's speech or occupational therapy, sometimes even just medicine. And so you thought of this as a way to maybe the physical fitness would add something to it, to their regime of healthcare, without adding a cost to it too, or too much of a cost. Because we were kind of forgetting that physical fitness was a tool in this toolbox.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tool in everyone's box. That's why fitness is so important to the special needs community. And like you say, things are very, very expensive. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, and other therapies, especially in the special needs community, are very, very expensive in price. And a lot of parents didn't think that fitness was going to be even mentioned.
You had to make a choice. Sometimes you needed to take care of the necessities.
Right, exactly. And they thought fitness was going to be just out of this world. If my kid does it, great. If not, that's okay too. It was never a priority to them. So that's one of the reasons why we became a nonprofit. That's our big niche, is how can we make this affordable for everybody? Because everyone, regardless of their, financial backgrounds, should have, the ability to exercise and also the access to a fitness facility. So that's what became a nonprofit, so we can help raise funds, so we can help scholarship anyone who needs our services in case they can't afford our services.
So when people come into your gym, when clients come in, they are given a trainer and they kind of create this individualized plan for them. Talk a little bit about how that works.
Yeah, every time when someone new comes to the gym, they, schedule an assessment with me. And we just go through a series of exercises. I ask them many questions about what's their communication level like, what's their behavior level like, How are they in in a school setting? How are they in a social setting rather than being at home? Because people act differently, especially in with our clientele
Sure.
at home rather than out in the community. So we really want to get to know them from a cognitive standpoint, an emotional standpoint, and obviously a physical standpoint. And after the assessment is done, what I do is I pair them up with a trainer based on personality,
Yeah.
based on what that trainer really specializes in. But the main reason why we really focus on individualized exercises is because everyone has a different need. And so, for example, in the schools, what they have it's called an IEP, or Individualized Education Plan, and they have a list of goals that each student has to accomplish by a year's end. And so, what we do is I actually have students' IEPs in my office. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. So we can work on social skills that the IEP may have. And so when parents hear that, they're just like absolutely amazed. Like, hey, you know what? Not only can my kid work on their IEP goals at school, but they can work on them here. That's amazing because they need that practice.
So it's kind of like you're building a community where you're providing families an additional resource and, almost being on that client's team to help them be successful.
That because these parents need anyone possible,
Right.
because it is hard to have someone, a loved one with special needs. So anything we can do to help them, we will be able to do it. Work on social skills, like I said, sports related goals. And when I pair them up with a trainer, I really specify, hey, they need to work on this and this and that. And developing that parent report is extremely important to us.
And when I toured the gym, I think what I think was just astounding to me is you work with children and adults of all age levels. So you've
Yes.
got things that look like a toy, but really are helping, a young person become more physically fit without them realizing they're doing it.
Yeah, it's just about basic exercises. That's what our clientele is looking for, because a lot of our clients have never set foot in a gym setting. They didn't think, like I said earlier.
And even to an adult, gyms can be intimidating.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
imagine,
They feel like they're being stared at, judged at.
Right.
So we want to make it as judgment free as possible, and we just want our clients to be themselves, regardless of what their age is. Be you, and if you're you, we're gonna get there,
So
and we're gonna be
sometimes they're
successful.
playing a game and they just don't realize they're exercising at the same time.
They are completely unaware. And then I explain to them afterwards, hey, you are exercising. You're running, you're throwing something, you're kicking a ball. You may think it's a game, but you know what? It is also a fitness exercise and a routine as well. And they're sweating and they just want more.
So, I think what I was so excited to hear were some of your success stories.
Yes.
I have a favorite one that you and I talked about a little earlier.
Yes.
But talk about some of the ways you've seen your clients change over the years.
We've seen so many different types of testimonials, Stacy, from a cognitive standpoint, attention, attention span, physically, obviously with, strength, getting stronger, losing tons of weight, wanting to be more social in the community. We've had clients get their first job because, they're physically able to, but also too, they want to be more outgoing and they want to try new things.
You've
And
built their confidence up.
we've built their confidence up. And also too, we're not only impacting our clients, but, mom and dads, grandma, grandpas, brothers and sisters, everyone is impacted by it. And it's such in a positive way. And it's absolutely amazing what we're doing.
And for some people, it might seem, I hate to use the word simple, but adding fitness to your routine, even as all of us,
Yeah.
it's amazing what that can do for anyone. I mean, you have their parents allow them to exercise while the kids are working out to
Yeah.
give them a spot as well.
I never charge parents when they come to our facility. When we're working out with their son or daughter, parents can go on the treadmill themselves, elliptical, lift weights, and parents are just so thrilled. Because number one, they feel like they can't be doing something with their son.
Sure.
It's a family center too.
Right.
And I'm getting a good exercise too. So parents are saying, "Wow, this is absolutely incredible."
Well, you've created a place where people are comfortable too, where that parent feels like, oh, I can go over here because I know my child is in good hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And when they see the facility, they see how colorful it
Yep.
is, how inviting it is, music's playing. Like, wow, this is more of a recreation setting than a therapy setting. And so parents immediately feel that comfort level. And, a lot of our trainers too, they have good personalities, but they're just good people. And with that being said, parents are just, above and beyond for our staff.
It takes special people
It does.
to work in with this community and in this nature. And so I think you've done a great job of hiring those folks that bring out the best in your clients too.
When I interview a potential new employee, credentials are important. Don't get me wrong, they really are. But it's about being a good person.
Absolutely.
What kind of heart do they have? Are they patient? But also, do they have good communication skills? Because communicating with our parents is clearly number one.
Absolutely.
Because I've had clients for over 10 years, and what I've been able to do is establish that rapport with the parents. Once the parents are invested in you, Stacy, they're never going to leave you because that trust factor is everything.
Absolutely. How does it work? How does someone come to Inclusively Fit?
Well, first they either email me or call me. I'll reach out to the family and tell them about, Inclusively Fit, what we do, what we offer. And also too, I invite them to come in for an assessment. We go through a series of exercises. I ask questions for them, and then I pair them up with a trainer. And then after that, the trainer and the client get started. Each session's an hour long, and it's all about developing that rapport, communicating with our clients. Because if you can't do that with our clients, you're not going to get anything done. So the first series of sessions are just about engaging in conversation, figuring out what that client likes in the gym, so we can use that as a reinforcement. If you do this, then you get to do this. And so that just builds their confidence up and say, hey, I can really do this. And so that's how it works. And every workout is geared towards their goals that we set for them, myself and the parents, whether it's weight loss, strength training, flexibility, eye-hand coordination, foot coordination, and social skills as well.
How many clients do you have now? Do you accept new clients on a regular basis? Or how does that work if someone is, thinking about taking their son or daughter?
We have about 85 to 100 clients that come
Wow.
to our fitness facility right now. We're always accepting new clients. We're never too full because the need is definitely there. And so we want to accept anybody of any kind of disability, any kind of age level. So we're ready to go.
Are there models like this throughout the country, or is this something that's relatively new in the space of families with special needs?
Sadly, it's relatively new. Yeah, I wish a gym like this did exist before I created it.
Sure.
Some fitness facilities have special needs classes, but they're not individualized like we are. They're more group based classes, which is great. You get that social, you get that communication. But if you really want to see progress, it's best to have it individualized, just like it is in the special
Probably just about kind of like all of us, right?
Yeah.
If we really want, if you're gonna make sure you show up at the gym every day, you need that buddy, you need someone keeping up on you. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, you need that role model.
Yeah.
You need that someone looking out for you, like you said, and that's why we really individualize everything. So you know what? They get the confidence that they need. They get the attention that they need. Because this clientele, they need our attention.
Sure.
And they need our help. And the best way to do that is through one-on-one personal training.
Is there a cost for families? Is this covered by some insurance? How does that work?
Unfortunately, it's not covered by insurance. I mean, we've been trying for that.
Sure.
But each session is an hour long, and the price is $45 a session.
Okay.
And for 60 minutes. So, it's better than most gyms. We try to keep our rates affordable so everyone can come in. But we're also a nonprofit. And what we do is, my big job, and it was along with my board as well, is to raise funds so we can, keep our rates at an affordable rate. And in case someone can't afford our services, they can come to us still at a good rate, by us scholarshiping them.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And you just were participating in another Chamber Friends project, the First State Bank, their Banksgiving program last fall, and you were one of the winners.
Yes.
Congratulations, first of all, but talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was great. First State Bank, they're awesome.
They are the best.
We won $5,000 from them back in November. And what that money is going towards, it's going right towards the families that we scholarship. No better way to give that money out than to the families. It goes right to the source. And so people can continuously come to our gym and not have to worry about a thing about pricing.
And when you talk to families, that are in this community and you are able to scholarship them, what does that mean to them? Like, what's the reaction you get?
I've seen all sorts. Are you sure, Mark? Are you sure, Mark? Or I've seen families in tears, just showing, so much gratitude. It's so rewarding to see that reaction because it's knowing, it gives me that reassurance that we are doing the right thing. And we're going to break an arm and a leg for these people that, we want them to keep coming. And just seeing the reaction is just priceless. They're so happy. They're so thankful. And like, wow, my kid is in the right place. And so that means everything.
And you've created a community. You've created a community with your families and with your clients.
Yeah.
what's next for you guys?
We have a lot of plans. We want to.
You have big ideas, and I love talking to you because you've got big, exciting ideas that we just get to be a part of.
Yeah, we have great big ideas. My wife means everything. She always gives me ideas, so I'm forever thankful for her. Also, my parents, my mom and dad, I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for them. So they always give me great ideas on what to do next. But what we want to do next at Inclusively Fit is we want to open up a second location. Sometime maybe this year, because the need is just because we're in Sterling Heights.
I was going to ask, where are your clients coming from?
All over Macomb County, Macomb Township. We get them from Oakland County, Wayne County. I actually someone who comes from Brighton on Saturdays.
Wow.
So that really tells us, we need more locations so we can help service, the special needs community everywhere. I mean, the need is everywhere. Because people are being diagnosed with some sort of special need all over the place at a very high rate these days.
And I should clarify too, you help people with physical needs too, like physical special needs, as well as cognitive impairment, autism patients, autism clients. You run the gamut of all kinds of services.
Yeah, we service people who have cognitive disabilities, physical disabilities such as cerebral palsy, or people who are recovering from an injury, or people who have suffered through a stroke. And we help them with their recovery. Hearing impaired. We have individuals who are autistically impaired, emotionally impaired. So anyone with a special need, we can definitely, work with them. And also too, people who are just obese, and just feel self-conscious about going to a regular gym. I define that as a special need.
Absolutely.
And so they come to us.
And I think, there's been all this talk over the last couple weeks about, the guidelines changing for youth and weight loss and obesity and things like that. And you are a place that, can really change children's lives. And you've got children, adults, and teenagers and all of that. But maybe that we can change the tide in our obesity epidemic.
Absolutely. Because, with COVID, the pandemic, a lot of kids were at home. They weren't going to school. They weren't seeing their friends. I mean, we've heard some stories at Inclusively Fit. It's just mind-blowing what happened during the pandemic. Kids were just in front of a computer screen all day. And so, they were, gaining weight, but they're also having emotional problems too. And at Inclusive Fit, as we address those needs.
Right.
And so, with our current clients during the pandemic, we had to close our gym, unfortunately, and we had to start from stage one again. Oh, my kid gained so much weight again. We need to really start over. I had clients call me, hey, can you please reopen? People were literally begging us to reopen. But if we're open, we're going to help with anything we can with the obesity epidemic.
And I think we all can take a lesson from what you're doing in terms of physical fitness and how it impacts our mental health too.
Absolutely. People are just happier. We have, clients that pay attention better in school. They're behaving better for mom and dad, which is very important.
Absolutely.
Just participating in other things. They want to get a new job. They want to get their first job. Like, they just want to be more outgoing because they feel more confident. They're just happier.
And, I think we again, you have this specialized program for these young people and adults that need services. We can all take a lesson from this too, though.
Absolutely. Just because you don't have a special need, it should be for everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone should be exercising, maintaining a healthy lifestyle. That's the most important thing because that makes us go every day. If you have good health, then you're going to be able to accomplish anything.
And, especially with the folks that you work with, they need that confidence boost. They need you on their team because it's so important for long-term care and long-term success.
Oh, absolutely. And it's all about independence. And that's the heart and soul of special education, creating that independence. So with our clients, I have several adult clients that are able to live on their own now because, they've lost weight, they developed, better strength and better cognitive abilities that they can live on their own. And they have that sense of independence and confidence that they can do that.
Mark,
with the proper help.
How rewarding is what you see every day? If you can put it into words.
It's humbling. I hate taking compliments, to be honest.
Sure.
Like, oh, Mark, you're doing such an amazing job. No, it's not about me. It's about them. I'm just telling them what to do, how to get there.
You've given them a vehicle to get there.
Yeah, I've given them a vehicle to get there. And, but it means everything to me. It means everything to my wife, my parents, everyone who's involved in my life. It means everything to them as well. But it's just so humbling. It's so gratifying that I have the opportunity to do this every single day.
Did you ever think that this great idea you had while you were teaching would become the phenomenon that it is now?
No. But, when I realized that a gym like this was needed, it just opened so many doors. I'm like, we can do this. I just felt like when I was teaching, I was needed more in the community.
Sure.
How can I be better part of the community with the special needs population? Because at school, it's rewarding. It was rewarding being a teacher, but I wanted to take that to the next level. How can I help them, prepare them for life? How can I prepare them to be independent in life so they can have a normal life as much as possible? And so I felt like with fitness, that's the foundation point, and we just build it from there.
You have done a remarkable job. We
Thank
are
you.
so proud to have you in Sterling Heights, proud to have you as part of the chamber. We thank you
Stacy.
for taking us along on this ride because it's really fun to be a part of it and to kind of watch this grow and succeed. We'll help you with that second location because
Thank
we
you.
know that the need is there. We know that
Definitely.
you are filling this void.
Thank you.
I can't say enough about it. I love the opportunity when I get to come into the gym.
Yeah, it's
We've
awesome.
done some ribbon cuttings and we've
Yes.
watched you at work. And so
It's been a beautiful partnership with the chamber. It's
we're
been
here,
great, it's fun.
nonprofits, as you know, are near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
I come from this background and I love watching you fill a need in our community. And that's where we try to help too. And you've definitely filled that void. So congratulations.
Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it.
And thank you for being with us this
Thank you for
morning.
having me again.
And if you need more information, you can visit Inclusively Fit's website.
inclusivefit.org, and our number is 586-850-5004.
And definitely, if you're interested, Mark will give you a grand tour anytime you want.
Yep, absolutely.
And I hope you'll join us the next time for our next edition of the Chamber Connection.
Thanks for tuning in to the Chamber Connection. Be sure to check out information on the Sterling Heights Regional Chamber of Commerce website, our Facebook page, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We look forward to you connecting with us and tuning in next week.